Assalamu alaikum. This is Aapka Prof back with another informative video. Today we're going to talk about communication skills, and they happen to be very important. Do you know what communication skills are? It's basically the art of exchanging information. Now you might ask that this is something that you've always been doing, because that's the reason why you've gotten this far in life. You do know how to communicate. So what would be new in this particular video? Well, the answer is that yes, we all know how to communicate to some extent, but the question is, do we? Well, that's a question. Well, the thing is that all of us can communicate, but there are levels when it comes to communication. There are levels when it comes to exchanging information and talking to people. Alright, it's not like if you just get the message through to the other person, you have managed to communicate. It is, of course, a basic definition that if you manage to send your message through to the other person, you successfully complete the process of communication, but there's much more to it. Alright, what I call communication is the game of life. Well, normally, if you think that you're okay with not playing the game of life, it doesn't mean that other people are not playing this game. And that's the reason why some of us are really successful in life, because they see the world differently and they communicate differently. We're average communicators, alright? We stand over here, but there are certain ways and there are certain methods. If you follow them, you could get to this point, alright, but it requires a little bit of smart work, not more than that, alright. But this is the challenge. Not many people are aware of the fact that if they employ this much effort, they could reap results that they could not even imagine. Alright, so talking about communication skills as a subject, I would say that it concerns listening, speaking, reading, and writing. These 4 skills happen to be very important, alright, and if you master these skills, well, there's no stopping you in life. If you look at some of the most successful people in the world, you get to know that they were excellent communicators, and this is what we need to aim to become excellent communicators. And that's exactly why I'm suggesting you to keep watching this video to the very end, because you might find something that could help you in growing as a communicator. Alright, so the thing about communication is that it's not just about exchanging information. It's not just about interacting with people. It's not just about getting your message through to the other people. It's way more than that. Well, you're supposed to persuade, you're supposed to convince, you're supposed to completely alter the mindset of the person who's on the receiving end. Alright, you need to convince that person that your point is the valid point, that your point is something that needs to be trusted. You need to persuade that person that the information that you carry is really gonna change their lives, because this is what people are looking for. Alright, this is what you need to give them. Let's say that you are presenting in a class, or maybe you are giving an interview, or maybe you are a research scholar and you've come up with a groundbreaking idea. How would you be able to convince the other people that you're the man for the job? It's through your communication skills. You convince them through your skills that you are someone who's meant for that particular position. Let's say that if you're looking for funding and you want to reach deep into the pockets of the investors, why would they believe in you? even if you manage to cure cancer, all right, even if you have this theory that if you work on particular elements, then a day might come when you could cure cancer. But for that, you need funding from certain people, and you need approval from medical boards and stuff like that. So how are you going to get fundings for something like that? How are you going to convince institution that your ideas are the ideas that are going to change the world? It's how you showcase your ideas. All right, there are so many factors involved in communication. There are verbal skills and non-verbal skills. All right, when we say verbal communication, well, we include both speaking and writing. All right, and when it comes to non-verbal communication skills, we talk about our hand gestures that we utilize when we're actually delivering a public speech, or maybe we're presenting on something. All right, we talk about our eye contact, and it's really important that you maintain your eye contact when you're actually interacting with an audience, because this actually cements a trust level with the audience. All right, and you make them feel comfortable, you make them feel that they're your family. All right, and the information that you deliver, of course, has to be very authentic on that, and you have to showcase that with good non-verbal communication skills, because if you're saying something very important, and that's not being supported by your body language, then that's not going to have an impact, because according to a research, people are more concerned about the presenter instead of the presentation. So it's the presenter the audience is looking at. So you have to be certain that whatever information that you're there to deliver, it's authentic, and you do that by using all these non-verbal skills. Your pitch matters a lot, your tone matters a lot, your eye contact matters a lot, whether you're standing, whether you're sitting, whether you're behind a laptop or a dice, or whether you're moving about the place, or whether you're going from person to person sharing ideas. All these things really matter, and you need to work on these things. And there are certain ways that you could utilize depending on the nature of your presentation or public speaking session. So these are some of the things which you have to keep in mind. All right, there are various big names in the world who've had a lot of impact. We have Abraham Lincoln, Roosevelt, Martin Luther King, Winston Churchill, Barack Obama. All right, all these are huge names when it comes to public speaking. They are the ones who actually who rule the world, and the reason why they managed to rule the world is because they had excellent communication skills. All right, and a myth about public speaking and communication skills is that it's something that you're born with. That's not true. This is something that you could work towards. It might take some time, all right, but eventually you will get there. So you need to have faith in yourself that one day you will get there. All right, let's not be average communicators. Let's be more persuasive. Let's be more convincing. Let's be more active, and let's just develop the ability to convince other people that what we have to say is really valid, and they should trust us with their money, with their ideas and things like that. All right, so this is why communication skills are very important, regardless of which profession you belong to. It's really going to help you out. All right, so even writing happens to be very important, and it's part of communicating. So you need to understand as to what type of skills you could employ pertaining to writing that could actually revolutionize your writing, and that could differentiate you from the crowd. Well, this is something that takes time, all right, but if you decide to go on this particular journey, it's just a matter of time, all right. Eventually we'll get to the point, soon enough. So this was a short intro to communication skills, all right. I'll be making more videos on this. I do hope that you've managed to understand how essential communication skills actually are by now. So of course I would be making more videos on it, and I would be telling you as to how you could develop as a great public speaker and a writer. For that, you're gonna have to subscribe to this channel, all right. And if you do like the video, please like and share. Thanks a lot.